We can't afford milk. We can't afford eggs. We can't afford our rent. We can't afford our...
But back in 2020, a pack of turkey meat, 16 ounce, was $3.14. That same pack of meat is now $6.72 in the store today. The ground beef was $3.46 in 2020. Roll of ground beef is now $5.47. Those party pieces was $4.88. Shit is now $7.64, gang.
192 Republicans voted against funding to fix the baby formula shortage. Additionally, 9 Republicans, you know who they are, voted against allowing low-income families to use their WIC benefits to purchase baby formula.
So, fun fact, I am about 5 months pregnant along with my third child. No, this pregnancy was not planned. Yes, I live in a state where I still have options. However, both my partner and I decided to accept this baby and welcome it with open arms. Now, mind you, when we made this decision, it was not an easy one, especially since at that time our relationship was not in the best of places, and we were having to do a lot of repairs, many of which are still underway as we speak. I have been technically unemployed since December 1st of 2022, so another mouth to feed is not something to take lightly under any circumstances, much less ones with our current economy and political standing. The reason I choose to say technically is because I managed to have a couple of side jobs where I went and cleaned people's houses and did go through the trouble of getting a business license and making it more official while I worked on my disability case due to my declining health and trying to find a job I could actually physically do in a small area where the pickings are slim, if not impossible. And please do not comment some smartass thing like, well, why don't you just move on, blah, blah, blah. Have you looked at the cost of moving, much less living? You need money to move, which even if I did, there is no guarantee of employment wherever we went. Finding housing and childcare, etc., that we could afford. Not to mention the fact I would be leaving a mortgage. That is the only reason I've managed to keep my nose out of the floodwaters and keep from being homeless. And a support system of friends and family that can help us out if we need it. So please, just shut your a-hole up and get into the 21st mother freaking century. It ain't that simple anymore. With all this on the plate, I decided to add to my governmental benefits just to try to help out as best as I could and maybe bring in a little extra money. And yes, please shut up your welfare moms, blah blah blahs. It wasn't much. Our food assistance actually ended up going down, and in reality, we only came out with just a little extra 100 to 200 to spend on food and necessities and other things, which isn't really much. Again, welcome to the 21st century where existing is expensive as fuck and pay is worthless. So, what's the reason for this rant I'm doing today? Well, as of August 9th, 2023, I recently found out that said benefits that I literally had to keep track of everything I did and let them go through my entire existence with a fine-tooth comb for, I apparently no longer qualify for. Is it because you went over the 5-year limit? Nope. Still got another 3 years to go. Did you go to jail, prison, and or have a criminal record? Nope. All clean. You're a drug addict. No again. It's because, drumroll if you may, I got married. Yep. It's because, back in July, my wonderful partner and I decided to go ahead and tie the knot. Yeah. Let me break it down to you how my caseworker broke it down to me on that wonderful day. So, even though my 2 oldest sons are not biologically my partners, We were friends at that time, but we didn't really know each other well enough, much less long enough to have produced him. However, because we are now married, a percentage of his income goes to them. I mean, duh. It has, since he moved in back in fucking, all in capitals, January, and he's been the primary provider along with my mother on paying for the monthly expenses, including, all in capitals, my medical expenses for my pain management, which was the main reason I'd even gotten these benefits in the first fucking place, all in capitals with an exclamation mark. Basically, because of this, it makes it to where our household no longer qualifies for said assistance because my husband gets another drumroll if you may, $13 an hour wage from his housekeeping job that's 30 miles one way, I will add, suddenly means we no longer qualify, not because he moved in, because it clearly wasn't an issue back in fucking January, but because, well, she didn't really say why specifically beyond the fact that the marriage plus his income equaled no longer qualified, but our food assistance goes back to $350 a month, which is basically $70 per person per month. So, yay. Funny they didn't mention my mom's income in any of this, which she's taken the majority of the financial household burdens when I got fired back in December, but I guess that doesn't count? Question marks? Multiple? So let's just get this straight, people. If I may, just ask you to humor me for just a bit, please. You know how, especially since that whole Roe v. Wade fiasco thing we had earlier this year, I'm doing exactly what a certain political party had been wanting and popping out more consumers. Just like they wanted, to the point they have literally been passing laws and regulations to force us into doing just that. I did the good Christian thing and married and took his last name. I mean, he's not white, but does that matter? Oh, wait. Moving on. Since I lost my job back in December, I have been a good housewife slash housemaker, doing the majority of the cooking, cleaning, buying, budgeting, taking care of the house, kids, pets, appointments, etc., including helping out with the in-laws. However, we are supposed to magically be able to provide for soon to be 3 mouths to feed. This does not include our own, including my mom's, much less our pets, pay our mortgage, utilities, insurance, taxes, groceries, medical expenses, gas, maintenance on our vehicle, which now we only have one, and anything else life may or may not throw our way on, wait for it, $13 an hour, $520 before deductions a week, $2,080 a month, again before deductions, when we spend, on average, a good $300 to $500 a week on groceries alone. If we were paying rent in our area, the average rent for just a 2 or 3 bedroom is that $2,000, if not more, a month. Not including utilities, I will add. Oh, why? Just budget. Coupon. Wait for sales. You don't think we don't already do that? As I stated in a comment among those video clips I played you earlier, the 10 for 10 sales, which used to get us through the month because we were able to bulk buy on a lot of our regular cheap items, has rarely been going on sale, if at all. And when there are sales and coupons, it doesn't really make much of a dent. Let me ask you, how much do you think diapers are? Baby formula. Much less clothes, blankets, baby food. How about childcare and daycare? Oh, just go to the thrift store, you silly. Okay. Well, when was the last time you went to a thrift store? Because the last time I went, they wanted $20 for a used pair of jeans. Same price as brand new at fucking Walmart. Grow your own food. Yeah, the grasshoppers ate most of it. Not to mention, we are currently under fire restrictions in my area, which means water restrictions. Well, then just suck it up and get a job. Okay, so do you know anyone willing to hire a pregnant woman who will be popping in 4-ish months that may not be able to stay after the baby's born because she has no one to watch the baby and may have to bring it to work with her? I'll wait.
'Tis a popster. Up on the bed. Trying to be incognito.